Today, actually, we are going to do the most exciting part of the JavaScript, the DOM manipulation. So it's going to be real fun today. And from tomorrow, we are going to create our project. Like from tomorrow, not with tomorrow, we are going to create our project. And that's it. So I'm visible to you and audible because I haven't got any confirmation from this side. Like we'll wait for 2 minutes and then I will tell you how to mark your attendance because every day I have to tell this thing again and again. So quickly if I share one more time. And I will announce the winners like in 20 to 15 minutes. By the way, our batches are starting from what 15th of October. So what you can do, you can just get enrolled into a full stack development course. And like, today only I just saw that it's the cheapest course out there with the best quality. Right? Today I just saw that. By the way, let me just open this folder that on which we were working yesterday. So let's just open this. So okay, yesterday we covered something about functions, and today we are going to cover something called document object volume. So let's just get straight into it. So first of all, I will tell you like what is an object, yeah, and then I will just tell you how you can basically target an element, and also I will just tell you about objects and array. So let my VS Code get load. It's on battery. Okay. Let me just like my own video. Let me just put a comment here as well. Where to put a comment? No comments? Acha, I will get the comment after the video, isn't it? Nice video, sir. Okay. वीडियो की स्पेलिंग भी गलत लिखी लिखी तो चलो ठीक है. Okay, so I hope my VS Code is ready to go. Let's just go live and let's see what we have on our screen. So I think we will have just a button. Click me. Let me just remove everything from here. Let's just put a h1 tag and let's just write h1 tag here as well. And I'm just going to put here day 4 and just save it. So I'm just getting a day 4 here, like very basic day 4. Let me just remove everything. I will have to put this day 4 here. So let's say day 4 for our JS. And yep. Let's just go inside our JavaScript file and I'm just going to create something called array. So arrays are nothing. Arrays are just a collection of the values. So right now we were just creating a single value. Let's say 10 here, or where b equals to let's say 11, 20. Yeah. What if you just want to have a collection of some values? So in that case, what you can create an array. So creating an array is like very easy. Just all you have to do is to type var here, a name for your array, and all the values that you want to like keep inside your array, just write inside this square bracket. So we have a square bracket here, and let me just put some values here. So let's say 345, this value, this value, this value, and this value. So this is an array, ARR. You can basically give it any name. So I'm just going to give it my array, and by ARR, let me just do a quick console.log for this and by ARR here. And let's see what we are getting inside our console. So right click, inspect the console, and yeah, see I'm getting an array here. So this array, see I'm getting an array here. So array, and this array basically have 4 elements. So all the values that you put inside a array are actually called as the elements here. So right now we have 4 elements inside our array. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yeah, 4 values. And if you just want to access your whole array, just write the name of your array inside your console and you will get the list like whole array here. And the next thing, suppose if you just want to access this too, okay, just a single element from your array. So for that, each and every element inside your array will have a unique index. So index basically starts from 0 and it is like this: 0, 1, 2, and the 3. So suppose if you just want to access this 62, so just see what is the index for this 62. It's 2 here, isn't it? Just go here, put these brackets, and just type the index number. So the index number that I'm looking for is 2, and save it. So see, I'm getting just 62 here. Suppose if you just want to access this 256, so in this case, just put a 3 here because it's the index for your 256 element. And see, I'm getting 256 here. So I think it's very easy, and I'm pretty sure that you don't have any doubt in the case of array. And after that, I will just show you little bit interesting stuff about the arrays of the JavaScript. So if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. By the way, that's all about the array. So array are just a collection of elements, and all the elements are separated by a comma here, and all the elements will have some unique index. So if you just want to access a piece of, or what you say, the element here, just put the index number here and you can basically access them. Okay, I hopefully you don't have any doubts here. Let's see what will the output and how can you explain what is this output. Let's see console.log a plus b plus c. Ravi Kumar is asking about this question. Yeah, sure, I will do this for you. So let me just copy paste this. Okay, Ravi. Yeah, sure. Please zoom. Yeah, sure, I will zoom it. No doubts. That's great. So let A, let B, let C. A are some strings, and we are trying to add this. So we have a challenge here, guys, from Ravi. So let me just see what is the challenge here. I think the code was little loud here, and let's save. And this, let's just put like this. Okay, and this here. Okay, let's see what is the output. Like, by the way, here we are having some numbers. So this number, this number, and this number. By the way, in this case, what will happen? So Ravi, actually, in this case, we have to know about a concept called type conversion. Yeah. So we are trying to add a string here, isn't it? Here we are trying to add some strings here. So plus, and this is plus b. Okay, this plus b, and this is a plus b. So in that case, like I have to explain the type conversion. We do have two types of type conversion, the implicit and the explicit, and it will take little more time to explain this. And I also have to explain that what is this plus here. So if you can see, we have a plus here, okay, plus a. Okay, I also have to explain this. So it's a lots of work. By the way, I'll try my best. So I will explain this thing at the very last. So if we have time, so like in this session, today's session, for sure, we'll explain this at the end of the session. Because it requires a concept called type conversion first of all, and second I have to explain that what is a plus before any variable. Okay, and by the way, if you just want to know the answer of these questions, why won't you just subscribe to our future dev subscription here? So if we have this thing here, future dev subscription, so like this Netflix kind of thing is just for you, isn't it? Like you can ask me and there I won't able to say that okay, I don't have time, I can explain after at that moment I have to explain you this thing right at that moment. So and also you will get a certificate for all the skills that you have learned. So this is our future dev subscription. Get enrolled today. We're starting our new future dev subscription from 15th of October. Like you just have 2 days more, and it's just gonna cost you 400, and you will learn like GitHub, DSS, JavaScript, advanced Excel, advanced stuff, everything. You will get the certificate for each and every skill you will learn. The subscription duration is for the 60 days, 2 months. 1 month equals to 200 rupees, and like it's less than 200 rupees, 199.5. So it's less than 200 rupees for a single month. Every week, new skill, new doubts, and we will have a lot of fun there. So, but by the way, I'll try my best to answer this question in this session. But before, I have a syllabus to complete because I like my job a lot and I don't want to lose it. So where was I? So like the promotion part was like no subtle here. So yeah, array. So arrays just where ARR, and this is your array. If you just want to access, you can access any single element. So yep. And let me just tell you about one more thing called objects. So suppose I just create a variable here. Let's say name equals to Sanjay, and where job equals to, so job is equals to, I'm a full stack developer, by the way, full stack developer, and currently I'm just also skilling up myself as a machine learning developer, full data scientist as well. So soon you will see my data science and machine learning course as well in this channel. Yeah, so suppose if you have these two variables, yeah, these two values, we can basically put this value in a single variable. So I'm just going to create an object for you. So object look like this. So where a name for your object, so this person, and just use this square brackets, sorry, the curly brackets here. Okay, the curly brackets. And our object is basically consist of two things, a key and a value. A key is just a name, yeah, so it could be like name and job here. So let me just put a name, colon, and a value for it, Sanjay. Okay, put a comma here, put a comma here, again a key and a value. So let me just put full stack developer. Let me just put one more value here. So let's say experience. It's a key experience, yeah, key experience, and the value, let's say 4. Like this year, I will get the complete 4 years of experience for this full stack development. Yeah. So if I will just do a quick console.log, and I'm pretty sure that some of you are having a doubt, like if we have arrays, why do we have an object? Okay. So I'm just going to do a console.log for this name here, person. Let's just open this thing, and I'm getting all the object, like through like everything inside this object. Okay, this whole object here. Suppose if you just want to access this value, this job value, how you can do this? So for that, just put a dot here, and just type job, whatever key that you want to access. So I just want to access this value. Just look for the key. Key is job here. So just type the object name. So the name for your object is person here, dot and the key name, and you will get the value for that particular key. So let me just show you the example, the output here. So yep, I'm getting full stack developer. So if I just put a name here, a name here. So in this case, I'm getting Sanjay here. If I just type here exp, okay. So my object name dot the key here. So it's like exp, and if I have a quick save, so I'm getting 4 here. So that's all about the objects. And let me just create a array as well, real quick. So arr. So in the case of array, you just have the values, isn't it? You can have any values here. So let's say Sanjay full stack developer. I'm not a trainer, I'm a developer, yeah. And 4. So in JavaScript, array can basically have any kind of value inside of it. Like in other languages, arrays are just a collection of values with similar type. So I don't remember exactly. I think in the Java, if you just create an array, like correct me if I'm wrong. So I think in the Java, you can only create an array with single type. So all the values should be of type string, or all the values should be of type numbers and all. But here in the JavaScript, you can basically create an array with any kind of value. So here these are two strings, and then we have a number. So let me just do a quick console.log. Can you just answer me if I just want to get the access for this value? How you can do this? So let me just put some index here, 0, 1, and the 2. Can you just answer me how I can do this? So this is the array name. Okay. So let's just go through the chat. Yeah, ARR1, exactly, ARR1. So ARR1, because the index here is full stack, yeah, 1 here. So see, I'm getting full stack developer here. So that's the difference between an array and an object, yeah. So in the case of an object, how you can access some elements, you have the key for that. But in the case of array, you will have an index for that. Okay, that's all about the arrays and object for now. We will also, we are going to explore more stuff related to the objects and the array in the great depth, like within 45 minutes. But for now, it's more than enough. By the way, inside an object here, you can also put a function. So remember, yesterday I created a function. So let me just put a function here. So function, a name for your function, here. So let me just create a function for you guys. A function name is sum. It will accept two parameters here, a and b, and I am just going to do a console.log for a plus b here. Okay, so I can call this function. So to call a function, just type sum and call your function. And inside this, you have to pass the arguments for your parameter. So whatever you pass here is actually called arguments. And these are called the parameters. So I have seen many senior developers are also doing this mistake. They just use these terminologies interchangeably, but these are actually the parameters and these are the arguments. So let me just put some arguments here. So let's say this number and this number. Okay. And we are just going to get an output in our console here. So it's like 1 0 1 1. Okay. See, I'm getting output here. By the way, a function can not only accept some value, it can also return something. A function can return something. As soon as the function execution is completed, as soon as the function is completed, it can return you something. So return something from a function, just type return and whatever you want to return. So let me just return hello from here. Hello. Okay. So now, like we are not seeing any changes inside our console here. So it's looking exactly same. Why? Because if a function is actually returning something, we also have to store it somewhere, and it is a value. So what is a good place to store a value? A variable. So we are just going to create a variable which is actually going to store the value this function is going to return. So where, and I'm just going to write here like result equals to this. So here I have actually created a variable result. Okay, the result variable, and after that equals to, and I am calling our function. So this function will execute this piece of code, and at the very end it will return this hello here. So whatever this function will get returned, it will going to get stored inside this result variable. So if I will just do a console.log for this thing, so console.log result here and save it, to see I'm getting the hello. So whatever, so let me just return some emojis here. So this is this. So now this result actually contains these 4 emojis. So why won't we just return the actual result? So A plus B. So what I'm doing here, I am actually going to return the summation of A and B. Okay, instead of basically like doing the console.log here, I'm just going to return it. So that's all about the return. So in a nutshell, a function can return something and you can basically store that result in a variable. So that's all about the return keyword inside a function. If you still have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Okay, because I'm here for you. How to? Yeah, Aniket. So Aniket is please zoom, like how much zoom you want, bro. Like this is more like if everything is clear, like screen is clear. Any doubts, guys? So this zoom is enough, like this much of zoom is enough. I quickly refresh. I think everything got freeze here. Quick pause. Okay, waiting for you. Okay, that's great. Any doubts still here? What is the assignment today? You will get your assignment in the one link. Yeah, length of the array. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that, but first I just want to ask you that if you have any doubts, return A plus B. Exactly, return A plus B. So you have doubt here. So what is actually do it is going to do return. Yeah, so this function is going to return A. So the value of A is going to be 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, and 4 plus the value of P, which is going to 4, 9, whatever number is this. It's just going to add this thing. So we are going to get 1, 0, 0, 8, 1, and it's going to return this value. Okay. So it's going to return the summation of A and B. That's all. So let me just put some easy values. So 2 and let's say 4 here. Okay. So it's going to return to us 2 plus 4, which is 6. So that's why we were getting the 6 inside our console panel. And somebody asked me like how to access the last value. So for that, suppose if you have an array here. Okay. So this is your array. And if you just want to know what is the length for your array, so just do this console.log arr, the name of your array dot length. Okay, so if you just want to know how many elements you have inside an array, so just do arr, your name for your array dot length. Okay, and you will get the how much elements your array have. So like by coincidence it's 6 here. So let me just comment out the older code. So I'm just going to get a 6 here. Okay, if I just add some more elements here, so let me just add one element here as well. 2. So I'm just going to get 8 here. Okay. So now suppose if you just want to access the last element, so how you can do this? ARR, the bracket here, okay, the bracket here, and if you know the length of your array, so let me just decrease some values here. Okay, so the index is going to be 0, 1, 2, and the 3. If you look closely, the last element is going to have the index of the length of our array, which is 4 here, 4 minus 1. Okay, so this is like very basic mathematics. So if I just add one more element here, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Here the length is 5. Okay, 5, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So 5 minus 1 is equals to 4, which is actually our last index. So just do this thing here. So how we can get know the length of array? ARR dot length minus 1. So we can basically access the last element by doing this thing as well. So it's it's just a programming concept. Okay, so it's just a programming concept. I hope you understood this. By the way, it was real easy. You will get the assignment as soon as the class is started, ended. Yeah. सर फ्यूचर डॉक्स का सोर्स कोड नहीं मिलता सो लाइक वी डोंट हैव एनी सोर्स कोड फॉर लाइक अभिजीत सर फ्यूचर डेव का सोर्स कोड नहीं मिलता which source code you are asking so I will ask my team like what is this issue you are facing here okay any doubts any doubts so I think the issue with let me just ask my team so team please respond me where's the assignment so basically they will answer me Yeah, we look forward to it. Okay. So where they can find the assignment? In the one link, yeah. Okay. So guys, you can just visit this one link. The assignment for the yesterday was to print some pattern. So you can find it there. And what about the today's assignment, by the way? Anirudh Katare. Okay. Okay. So the assignment is basically is to print a pattern and you will get that assignment in the one link. So just wait for a minute and you will get there. How to add the numbers, Anirudh? For that, basically we have to apply a loop here. The loops on the array. So let's just move to the next topic like it's already too much. So what I was saying here, so let me just create an object first of all. So person, okay, a person object can not only have some values here, so let's say name Sanjay, it can also have some functions here. So how to put a function here? Just type function, name of your function. So function could be like, let's say hello. Let me just show you the different way. Just type say hello here, name for a function, colon, type function here, the bracket and this thing. Okay. So it's exactly same as creating your function outside of an object. So this is a function outside of an object. Yeah. So I can just type this thing console.log hello here. Okay, console.log hello here. Similarly, I can just write console.log hello here as well. Okay, so just a name for your function, colon, and just type function, these brackets, simple one. And after that, use these curly brackets. Okay, after that, just use these curly brackets here. So the only difference between the creating a function outside of an object and inside of an object is that outside you will have the function name here, but in the case of an object you will have the name here. So here we don't have any name, you have to basically put your name here. Okay, so that's all about the creating a function inside an object and how basically we can call this function. It's very straightforward. Just type the name for your object, so it's person dot name of your function and just call it. Okay, So suppose if you just want to access this say hello, how would you have done this? So person dot say hello. Okay, and to call the function, just use these brackets. That's all. Okay, so that's all about a function inside of an object. Okay, so I'm getting a hello here. So I can write a lot of stuff. So let's say hello world here. So I'm just going to get hello world here. So that's all about the functions inside of an object, and we are going to use them a lot. Okay, sir, can you explain the arrow function? Jaideep, actually, I can't because it's a concept of ES6, and sorry for that. Is that JavaScript is actually just in compiled language, just on time, JIT or something. Yeah, JIT. So it's interpreted and compiled both. So it's like, sir, let's upgrade starts Python. Yeah, we do have a Python session. Yeah, the science sir is going to take the Python session for you. Okay, so that's yeah. By the way, Jaideep, like as I was telling you, like if you just want to know the answer for these questions, so what the exact same question that you have asked, like we actually have covered that question, like ES6 complete ES6 in our future app. So there basically I use the arrow function. And actually, if you just want to know more, like if you have any idea that you also want to understand about this concept and all, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. Yeah, we are going to Akash. We are going to start PHP. For the PHP session, we are planning to have a PHP session as well. Okay, so let's just go over here and let's just do a little bit of DOM manipulation. So let's just go over here and see what we have on our website. So this is our website here. So first of all, let me just grab the H1, and let's just give it a color of red. Okay, okay, therefore. So what is document of DOM here? So okay, it stands for document object model. So let me. My approach of teaching this is little different. So if I will just do this console.log for the document, so I have a very special object here. This document object. Okay, we have a very special object here called document object. Okay, and we don't have to basically create this. We will automatically get this document object by default. As soon as you start writing your JavaScript, this document object is given to you automatically. So now if I will just give it a save, and let's see what we have inside this document object. So if you open it, so inside this document object, we're gonna have our whole HTML. So see, we have a body, this is the division wrapper here, and like we do have, like this is our head text, so everything. So everything inside your HTML, you can basically have access of that just by using this document. Okay, so now let me just tell you what we are going to do. So we are actually going to modify our HTML with our JS, okay, and it also consists of two parts. The first part is to grab a particular thing that you want to edit. So grabbing is the first part, and second one is actual modification. So let's just complete the first part, like the grabbing part. So this is an object, by the way. This document is an object, and this object basically has some functions inside of it. So one function we have here is called get element by ID. Okay, just type document dot get element by ID. Okay, and let me just go here, and let's suppose we just want to update this particular H1 for no reason. I just want to update this H1. So look for the ID. So the ID here is title. So inside this function, all you have to put title here. Okay, so now this get element by ID is a function. You have to pass the ID as the argument of the element that you want to grab. So very simple, very straightforward. So this is an object, or document is an object. This object will have a function inside of it, get element by ID, and this function accepts the argument, accepts the parameter here, the ID of the element that you want to target. Okay, and after the execution of this function get element by ID, it's gonna return you that particular element. Let me just show that to you real quick. So if I just create a variable here, So remember, if a function is returning us a something, some value or anything like that, we basically have to save that thing in another variable. So I'm just going to create a variable here called element. Okay. And now this element actually gonna store whatever this function get element by id is going to return to us. So let's see what we are going to get inside this thing. So console.log element here. Okay, and let's see what we are getting in our console here. So inside our console, you are actually getting that exact element. See, this is our HTML element. See, this h1 id title, yeah, class is blank and day 4 here. Isn't it cool? So that's actually a way to grab something. So you can basically pass any ID. So let's suppose I just want to get the access for this whole division. So let's look for what is the ID here. So ID is wrapper. So you just have to pass the ID of the element that you want to access. So I'm just going to pass wrapper here. And now I'm getting the whole division. Okay, see, I'm getting my whole division here. Okay, so that's all about like the get element by ID. Let me just give you a quick recap. Just this is an object document. We don't have to create this object. We get this object automatically. So the reason is behind this is really cool, like how we are going to get this document and all. But for that, like obviously you have to join our subscription. And anyways, you can just join our complete course. So there we will basically explain everything from very scratch to very advanced. Like it's a complete course, job ready, and etc. 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 By the way, it's very cheap. You can just check other platforms. So they are just going to cost you like in the lakhs. But here we just focus on the growth of the students. So that's why we kept the price at the very lowest as possible. So that's why the other courses at LetsUpgrade are, but for me, like they are better than any other course. So we are just a startup. So like we just do whatever we can do best for the students. So that's all about our like the goal. Here, by the way, document is just an object. We have a function here called get element by id. You just have to pass a parameter here. So parameter is wrapper. What is the wrapper here? It's just an id of the element that you want to accept. It is going to return us the element, and we can just console log. And if we have any doubt here, you can just ask. Okay. Let me just open this chat here. How? Can we edit the code HTML by using just exactly Sarika? We can do that. We are going to do that, by the way. Sarika, we are just going to update our HTML with the JavaScript. Okay. And let me just show you how to mark your attendance. Till then, you can just ask the doubts if you have any. So just click on this one link here. So you will have this one link here. So click here and just wait for some few minutes. You already have to, yeah, you have to log in first here. So let me just refresh. I think I am already enrolled in this course. So sign in with Google. Okay, let me just hide all of my Google accounts. So I'm just going to hide this. Okay. I'm getting signed in. Oh, sign in successful. So go here and you will see the day 4. Mark your attendance on the scale of 10. How much you like this session? Just give me a number. If you're interested in our 6 months of full stack program or the data science and the web dev, just mark yes here. If you have any suggestion, just give us some suggestion. Suggestions are like really helpful, and submit your attendance. That's all. So now I think I'm eligible for certificate. So I will be eligible for the certificate by the tomorrow. So I will download my certificate tomorrow. Like I know I take the sessions, and I have LetsUpgrade subscription certificates for like my own sessions and all. So I also like put them on my LinkedIn. So they feel like, okay, so this guy have a certification of the LetsUpgrade, but they don't know that I am the only one who's teaching myself. But then let's just continue. So this is how you can basically grab an element by its ID. We also have some more ways. So we can basically grab an element by its class name, by the tag name, and we also have something called query selector. But before that, let me just show you one thing, that now we have your element here. Okay, so you have basically grabbed your element successfully. Now let's just move to the second part. The second part is actually the modification. Suppose if you just want to modify the content inside that element. So right now, what is the content inside your element? You have the day 4. Okay, so just select it, just write the element. Okay, the element that you have grabbed. Okay, just put a dot here, and you can just write inner text. Okay, equals to, and whatever that you want to make it. So I'm just going to write here, woohoo, we changed it. Okay, and now save it. And if I will just open my website, so see, it changed. Woohoo, we changed it. So that's all exactly about like how you can basically modify your what do you say, the HTML with your JavaScript. So you can change your content. So let me just do it more. So why won't we just change it again, and let's just put an emoji as well. So I'm just going to put an emoji here, the excited one. Okay, so we change it. So that's all about how you can basically change the content of your element. By the way, you can select any content, like any element. So suppose let me just create one more. Let's have a paragraph here. Okay, the paragraph is empty. I'm just going to give it an ID of, let's say, para. Okay, the ID is para here. So paragraph and the ID is para here. So let's just grab this thing by its ID. So I'm just going to create a where. Let's just create the variable para document dot get element by ID, and here we have to pass the ID. The ID is para. Okay, isn't it? The ID is para here, and I'm just going to put a content inside of this para dot inner text equals to, so let me just put some dummy content. So we will be learning DOM manipulation. Okay, that's great. And I think I just forgot one thing also. So by the way, let me just remove all of this stuff, extra stuff. We don't want that extra stuff here. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let me just have a look. Like, what's the problem here? Do our JavaScript file is working? Let me just have a look here. Inner text, console.log. Hello. So that's why we just use this console.log a lot of times. So I'm just trying here, like we are going to do a debugging. So I don't know what is the problem. Uncaught property. Okay. So that's the problem here. So it's the PID para. Let me just change the ID for now. Let's say subtitle. Quick save it, and let me just save it. Subtitle for now. So it's saying that like the error was actually it was not able to grab this thing, but the ID this thing. But don't worry, we will fix that. So it's not able to grab this. What is the reason? What could be the reason? Get element by ID here. So para dot inner text. So this is the problem. Let's go over here. Inner text. Like, what is the problem? I did the subtitle here. So let me just do the quick console.log. So what is the error saying? That it is not able to grab the element. So it was not able to grab the thing. So see, it is not able to grab the thing here. So that's the problem. And I don't see like h1 here. The ID is title. The script tag is properly connected. Let me just remove it. Like we were doing this like in a minute or so. Like we were doing this thing. So I'm again getting a null here. Document.get element by ID, and the ID is wrapper. So why don't we just use a second grabber? So I don't know what is the problem. We will fix that, by the way. Yeah, for sure we will fix that. So let's just do query selected. So what is the query selector? So in the query selector, we are just going to pass the CSS query. So CSS query says that if you, in the CSS, if you just want to select something on the basis of ID, what do? You just type the ID and you put a hash in front of it, isn't it? So this is our query selector. And let me just go through my HTML here. So I'm pretty sure that the issue inside the HTML is, so I'm just going to remove everything. Let's just go back when everything was working. Okay, so now we are going to get this. We are grabbing everything. So now we are grabbing the exact same thing with the ID. So I don't know what was the problem. Maybe just by mistake I just removed any piece of code here. So it could be any tag or so. So we will fix that, like what was the issue. So I will just see the video, and if you just found like what was the problem here, you can just update me. So this is the query selector, by the way. In the case of query selector, you basically just pass the CSS selector. Yeah, the CSS selector. So I can also select something on the basis of its class. So now I'm just going to add, let's say, a paragraph here one more time, and hopefully it's going to work. Obviously it's going to work. Like I'm doing this thing since 4 years. So 1 and 2. So I have two paragraphs here, and I'm just going to give them a class of para and the class of para to them as well. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's great. And let me just open my CSS. So we have a problem in the CSS that the color is exactly same as the background color. Okay, now that's very nice. So there was a issue in the CSS. I fixed that. Now if I just pass the class here, so the class is para. Okay, and how we select something in the CSS? If you just want to select on the basis of CSS, you put a dot here. So let's just go over here inside your CSS. So dot para, isn't it? I can just give it a color, width, etc., etc. So let's say color is going to be this one. Let's just make it the font weight to, let's say, bold here, isn't it? So this is how you select something in the CSS. So do the exact same thing here. Do the exact same thing here. So if I will just do the console.log, yeah, see, I'm getting my paragraph here. Okay, but the problem with the query selector is that you can see we have two elements here. With the class para, isn't it? But query selector is just going to give you a single element. So see, I'm just getting a single element. Whichever element it will encounter first, it will just return you. But we want all the possible cases. So just go over here and type all. So document dot query selector all, and you have to pass your query, the CSS query. And now we are going to get a list of both the elements. So see, I'm getting something like an array, isn't it? It looks like an array. It have two elements. So the index is 0 and index is 1. So why we are getting two things? It's very easy, because you have two elements with the class para. So query selector all is going to return you all the elements which are actually satisfying this condition. And suppose if you just want to just access this second one, so how you can do this? Just mention the index number here. Yep, this is the index number, and now I'm just going to get a single element. So 2. If I just put a 0 here, so I will just get the 1. Okay, very simple and very easy. But now let me just select that title one more time. So by the ID, I just want to select the title here. Let's change the content inside of this thing. So inner text equals to the hello world, and we are getting hello world. So let me just put Rufu, like for any reason, we got you. Okay, and let's just also grab that paragraph. So let me just put where, and document dot get, let's say query selector all, and here I just want to select on the basis of its ID, and I just want to modify the first one. For the first one, inner text please don't forget to like. Okay, and para, the second one, yeah, dot inner text equals to and subscribe the channel. Okay, save it. So see, I'm getting please do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. So like you can basically modify the content inside of your HTML by just doing this very basic thing. So I hope you don't have any doubt, but if you have, you can just ask me, or attendance is enough. So sir, is Alicon must forget? By the way, no, Nada Ranjit, you don't have to worry about the Alicoins. If you just mark the attendance for all the 5 days, you will get the enough Alicoins to download your certificate. Yeah, exactly. I am the teacher in the LetsUpgrade ya Soil. So, by the way, I'm not a teacher. I am actually a developer, and I also train the students in the LetsUpgrade. Yeah. So, I am a trainer, not a teacher. There is a huge difference between a teacher and a trainer. The trainer is actually not going to teach you like in the bookish manner. We actually do our stuff there. So it's like a office there. So I will actually gonna treat you like my colleagues, the interns. So that's a complete different atmosphere in the classes and all. Yeah, it's not like a school, something like that. First child period selector. Yeah, so first child, the first thing it will select. So that's all about the selecting something. So now we know about three way to select something: get element by ID, query selector, and the query selector all. You can basically use any one of them according to your preference. So if you just want to select something on the basis of ID, like it's upon you, you can do it. So it's not a mandatory thing that you have to use this selector or that selector. But now what I want to do is to change the style for this element. So how to change the style? It's very straightforward. Just type a name for your element dot style. Okay, dot style, and just put a equal. And here what you can do, you can basically write your CSS style here. So let me just write a style. Let's say not this one. Let me just tell you the different way. So dot style dot the CSS property that you want to change. So let's suppose I just want to change the background color. So just type background color, background hyphen color equals to, let's say, green, or let's just pick a color from the color hunt. So let's just go on the color hunt. So I'm just going to choose a pretty color from here. So just go with this one, okay, for no reason. And I'm just going to write this color here. But you can see we have a problem. It's showing that you are putting a hyphen here. So the problem with the JavaScript is that you cannot put a hyphen in any name. So if you create a variable, you cannot use a hyphen. So that's the problem here. So how to fix this? It's very straightforward. Just remove the hyphen, and whatever letter you had after the hyphen, just make it capital. So now we have background and color, and look closely, the color C of the color is in the capitals. So we call this camel case. So camel case. So how to write something in camel case? It's very straightforward. Suppose I just want to write let's go. Okay, not let's just type full stack developer. Okay, so I will write full, a new word will start from a capital letter. So full stack dev. So this is how we write in camel case. Look closely, each new letter, each new word is going to start with a capital letter, and the first letter is small. So this called the camel case. Okay, and just save it, and see if our style has changed here or not. Okay, see the background color is now different. So why don't we just make it little bit more different, beautiful? So let me just also give it a border as well. Okay, style dot padding. So the padding, let's just give it a padding of, let's say, 10 pixels. Okay, so now we are going to have little bit pad. Let's just increase it to 30. Okay, so 30 is the padding here, and let's also give it a border. Element dot style dot the border. These are the CSS property, na? Exact CSS property. So 5 pixels of solid, and the color is going to be, let's just go with this pinkish color for no reason. Okay, so I'm exactly writing my CSS properties, nothing extraordinary I'm doing here. And let's just give it a border radius as well. So style dot, let's just give it border radius. See how I basically converted border radius into the camel case, equals to, let's just make it 10 pixel as well. Okay, And also let's just do element dot style dot text align. I hope this is the property to the center. And let me just fix the spelling. And let's just see what we are going to get here. Woo, we got you. So you can basically do all sort of stuff. We can modify the inner content. You can basically give it some styling and all. The styling, like the styling part was really easy. Let me just tell you how you can do. Grab the thing that you want to style, write the element name, yeah, dot style and the CSS property, and just make it to the value that you want to make it. Okay. So this is how you basically give style to an element. So we have like 2-3 ways more by which you basically can style an element. But for this session, it's all I can do for you. But still, if you just want to learn more, you can visit our future dev subscription, guys. So yeah, I know I'm telling about this subscription like so many times, but trust me, this is a really great deal. You are actually going to get certificate for all the new skills that you're going to learn. So just enroll, just try it once because it's just going to cost you 400 rupees, and maybe it will change your life. So you will get a clear idea that what you are going to do in your life. You will get the newsletters, weekly newsletters, that what is going inside the industry, what are the new technologies, what to learn, what not to learn. And obviously you can ask for any new content. So suppose if you just want to learn about PHP, okay, or let's say C++, or let's say about Angular as well, so you can just ask us and we will have a content for you there. Okay, so right now we have content related to GitHub, SEO, DSA, AppSheet, Java, advanced JavaScript, advanced Excel, deploying apps, Google datasheet, top-notch resume, blockchain, data visualization, responsive website, and much more. So right now we have all this content available on the future dev subscription. If you just want to add more, you can just ask us, we will do that for you. The subscription duration is for 2 months. For the 2 months, every week, new skill, new certificate, and a new approach for your life. So I hope I will see you in the future dev subscription. But if you are clear about your future, that you want to become a developer, you want to become a software engineer, just visit our website once. So we have like full stack courses there. So full stack data science course, full stack web development course. The courses are really like cost effective. We also have a EMI option for you. Enroll here, and if you are planning to get enrolled into any of our full stack course, don't forget to use the coupon code SK10. Okay, let me just change the color, SK10, and you will get 10% off instant, like right there. So that's all about the announcement. We are, by the way, starting our new batches from 15th of October, like in 2 days. And let me just announce the quiz winner. Yeah, I was about to do that. So for the winners for the yesterday's are Disha Agrawal. Congratulations to you. You're going to get the 500 rupees worth of Amazon coupon. Shubham and Vivek, you're going to get 150 and 100 LE coins respectively. You can use these LE coins on our platform to win some extra prizes, to download certificate, etc., etc. By the way, if you are in the chat, just ping me once so I can see you that who is the winner here. And if you want to join our quiz, just visit our one link. So where's the one link? Yeah, here you will find the Telegram group and the WhatsApp group. We have the quiz every day after our session on the Telegram and also on the WhatsApp, so you can take the part. Okay, I think it is the mistype we have here. So it's day 4. Let me just fix it. It's day 4. Okay, and day 3 I think so. Again, I just did the mistake here. It's day 3, so day 4 is today. And tomorrow we are going to do the project work. So we are going to create a game. So I hope I will see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is the most awaited day. So where I can code you can basically get the code on my GitHub. So just look for the GitHub here, and you can just find me. So just do GitHub. Yep, GitHub, and just look for me slash, and this is my username. You can just find me here, and you can get the source code. Whatever I do on the live stream, on the classes, like in the live stream, in the classes, you can just get here. So this is my GitHub profile. Don't forget to follow me. Like I'm getting 80 followers here. So like getting followers on GitHub is like so difficult, but here I'm standing strong with the 80 followers. I hope you would make it 100. So by the way, that's it for today's session. I hope I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.
Hey, hi guys, this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I'm here today to congratulate you all guys for completing or like for pursuing our Essentials program in various fields what we do. And I want to tell that yes, this is amazing program what you're doing, but if you want to continue this learning and want to take your career to next level with a one-on-one personal mentorship what we are not providing in Essentials and also build real-time projects, then join our 6 months PGP full stack program in data science or AI/ML or web development in MERN stack or Python Django. That's it. Bye-bye.